So here's a picture we ended up with. There was 239-second exposure, so just about 4 minutes, f11, 24mm, ISO 100. I was using my 24-70 lens, and I put on 2 ND filters, a 10-stop and a 6-stop. Probably not ideal, middle of the day, not many clouds. The boats were moving too much, so all in all, not a very successful image. Luckily for me, I took a couple of photos earlier when the clouds were much more interesting, and it made for a much nicer photo. This one here, I've got Ripley sitting down. Obviously it's a short exposure. If it was long, then she would be all blurred. And then after that, I took another exposure for 10 seconds, which just softened the clouds up and smoothed the water out. So what we want to do, just quickly, we want to take Ripley from this picture and put her in this one. So there's 100 ways you can do this, but I'm going to show you very quickly how I do it in Photoshop. So let's select both these images out, edit in, layers in Photoshop. So once you've got them open as layers in Photoshop, you just want to make sure they're in the right order. So the picture with Ripley is on the bottom, because what we want to do, we want to take the top picture, cut that out, and reveal what's underneath, which in this case is Ripley. So very quickly, let's do this. Go to this image here. So let's go to the quick selection tool, and let's just select the parts of the image that we want to delete. Photoshop's pretty smart. I'll go through and select around the edges. Let's just get a bit more of that. More of that. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Once we're happy with our selection, it's quite easy, just press delete. It'll reveal what's underneath. As we can see, the color's a little bit different in this one. So we'll just go to the bottom layer, go image, adjustments, brightness, contrast. Maybe just drop the brightness a little bit, drop the contrast a little bit. Okay. Okay, select, deselect, and then we'll just flatten the layers. So flatten image, file, close, save, and back in Lightroom we have our resultant image. From here we can do some quick adjustments. So let's go develop. Let's just bump up the exposure a little bit, give it a bit more contrast, drop the highlights, increase the shadows, do a little white and black adjustment. It's looking much better. One little thing I wanted to show you here is how the lens correction chromatic abrasion works. So if you look here, you can see a bit of purple fringing on the rock. As soon as we tick this, it gets rid of it. Finally, we'll give it a little bit of sharpening, a little bit of noise reduction. So we might increase the clarity a little bit, and might increase the contrast a bit more. And I just want to drop the vibrance, just to give it a bit more of a mood, and the saturation. It's looking pretty good. So there's our final image. That's Ripley with the short exposure. That's the long exposure. And that's both exposures blended together. Well, I hope you like that quick edit. Here's some more photos from around Ballast Point Park.